Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to Spiritual Saturday. Trying to get this all in right, Sag. Bear with me. I got my new desk, Sagittarius. I'm so happy. It's so quite large. So quite large, yes. So, for Spiritual Saturday, Sag. And just on a side note, I know that everyone is not looking for returning people. I get that. I get that, Sag. So pay attention to the title. So, I'm speaking specifically of yesterday in the no contact reading. That was specifically a message for people who are in a no contact situation who want resolution. Okay, so, I do enough readings that, you will find your reading. As a matter of fact, I'll be doing future love today. So, FYI, thank you so much for being here and thanks for your support. My name is Heidi and I stir the sauce. I love that hook. I love it. And by the way, Sag, all is well. But we are here on Spiritual Saturday to rake you over the coals. And meaning this is like, this is the repeating lesson, Sag. This you could find that this is a lesson that keeps coming up for you in your life. And so, this is for your ultimate good, and that's why I do it, because I care. Okay, Sag? I'm right here with you. Now, this very much speaks to one thing that is very difficult for Sagittarius, and this is about pride, and this is about asking for help, Sag, because the lesson that keeps repeating is adversity and pride. This is really speaking to, first of all, Sagittarius is a sign that does not like to let people know when they're not doing well. So we'll always kind of say we're good, we're fine, everything's fine. But Sag, is that really even honoring you? Because you have to let people help you. And I feel like this is a lesson that keeps coming up. Like when lessons or when things are hard or when you're having enduring challenges, it's like I'd rather cut off my left arm than ask for help. But the universe is saying, Sag, maybe you need to swallow your pride a little bit and ask for help. Okay, I feel like this is and challenges, to be honest, Sagittarius, because adversity, I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. It might actually be the lesson of itself. I'm not saying that bad things happen so that you will ask other people for help, but yet I am. I feel like you're being faced with the challenge of how to ask people for help, because there's a sense in this message that, like, what ends up happening is like you just expect people to know when you're going through challenges, like you're willing to accept things that are just given, but you're not willing to ask for it. And that's actually a lesson in self-love, Sag. It really is, because your soul is saying, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and you will discover what you are really made of. So I feel like, especially, if you're going through challenges, you're being led to ask for help, even if that's just for someone to listen to you. Because we're always, Sagittarius very much helps other people. And we are. And this is actually being able to ask for help, being able to receive help, and being able to be vulnerable with others when you're going through shit is actually self-love. It's self-love, Sag. I know we don't like people to see our flaws, but sometimes those very flaws are what makes you human, and Sagittarius is a sign, and don't take this the wrong way, but all fire signs move in a lot of ego. Okay, so it can be a challenge for us to to drop that. We do need a certain amount of ego to succeed, but you know, is it getting in your way? To be honest, it does feel as if pride may be getting in your way, almost like asking for help is like weakness. It's really not. It's really not, Sag. You know, with the star reversed, there is just a sense of feeling disappointed, with the way things are going, particularly the speed in which things are going. Because the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups, like, that seems to be also a recurring theme. And we see with the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is also about communication. Like when you're going through it and you're feeling low, you really need to reach out, to connect with others, to talk to other people. And there's a sense that you don't. You just hold it inside, and that builds things in the body. It almost builds trauma in the body, Sag. I was just recently talking about this with a Sagittarius client who shall remain nameless. But that's what happens when you hold on to things yourself. I mean, for sure, you want to, whenever you're talking about your disappointments or, what's weighing you down, like, and you definitely, you want it to change, but on some level, it's like you're holding it within you and you need to get it out. That is what's central to this. And this has to do with disappointment, Sag. It has to do with disappointment. I get it. Like, you don't want to lay that on other people, for sure. And you don't want to ask for help, but you may need to. You may need to. As the Eight of Wands usually is positive, and so how are you blocking movement in your life? And basically, I do feel as if a lot of this is expecting things to go at a certain speed. Okay, having to wait for things may actually be building resentment within you. And also with the Eight of Wands, you're needing to communicate about this. You do, you need it. There's a sense of you holding on to it. And so that's not a good thing, Sag. Something you need to face is that you need a new plan. Maybe you even need a schedule, Sag, because there is a need for structure. The way in which things would turn around for you lays in structure, because we're seeing the Emperor and the Ten of Cups. We don't, as Sagittarians, we're not very organized people usually. But you need to be more structured. That is how you turn things around. Ten of Cups. And also to be patient with that structure. When we have a particular way of doing things, a schedule, and then we start doing it, and there's this sense of when you don't get it in the desired time that you've set for it. There's can be a disappointment that, is this ever going to happen? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but it happens over time. There's a lot of things here that are telling you about patience, and telling you about like consistency with the Emperor, doing things consistently. You're building here. And this is key to your turnaround, Sag. It is. It is key to your, and there's also, don't push against what needs to change. Like the Ace of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune reversed is kind of like the mindset you need to step into. Stop seeing that nothing ever changes and start seeing opportunity in things that go wrong. Like, don't see them as problems, see them as opportunities, because there's something really that you're supposed to be learning inside the problems. And so, but it's kind of hard because it just puts you in this low vibration of disappointment and sadness and grief. So there could be actions you need to take. You need to talk to somebody, Sag. And like talk to people who have more experience in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Because the King of Pentacles is here, right? The King of Pentacles could really help you here because the Knight of Cups is looking at the King of Pentacles. They've already mastered. So the King of Pentacles has mastered what it is that you want. Okay, what it is that you desire. And I feel like what the King of Pentacles is telling you is that there is a need for you to compromise. And, with the Devil being reversed, this is about freedom and freedom from fear, like the fear that it's not going to work out. Maybe it's going to change a little bit, right? With the Knight of Cups, that's a dream coming true. So there is an opportunity for this dream to come true, but obviously everything you want is going to take time. And here's the thing with Sagittarius. I am a Sagittarius also, so trust and believe I'm taking the smack down here too. And that is that we, like, when we start seeing things not working, we want to pivot. We want to move on to something else, but we're being called to go through the process, Sag. We represent perseverance. Everyone thinks that, and if I hear it one more time about passion, yes, fire signs are very passionate. They very much believe in what they believe. But, Sagittarius represents perseverance and alchemy, making good things and bad things work together. We are about so much more than passion. And fire signs really get triggered when there's an issue with movement. And you are being called to sit in this, but you are also being called. And it's really interesting that who you're supposed to go to for help, like who or what, has to do with an earth sign. Because earth signs are very patient. They very much know that things take time. That's what sits in their grounded energy, right? And even if this is you just looking, like maybe you look online for people who have achieved what you want to achieve, whatever that is. At the bottom is the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Hermit reversed, the Seven of Wands. See, this is this thing in you where, when it feels like something isn't working, and then here we're seeing the Knight of Swords, feels like something isn't working or it's taking too long, there's this tendency to say, oh, well, it's not going to work. I'm not doing it. I'm surpassing this altogether. Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords is like, yeah, no, I'm moving quickly. And so this is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. And with the Queen of Wands always believes that the impossible is possible. And so you're really being called, you're not being called to be the lone wolf here anymore. You're being called to work with others. And we've seen the Three of Pentacles come up so many times in Sagittarius's readings lately. It's with the Two of Swords, to be honest. Like, you don't see it, but the ability to ask for help or to talk to like-minded people, to get ideas from them or help from them, it actually leads to your stability. So the answer is actually found in other people. And I know people are going to push against me on this, but it is true. It is true. I mean, sometimes we gotta swallow our pride, right? And you know, you will find the answers that you want. You've just got to stop holding on to things not working out. You know, and that's gotta persevere, Sag. So let's see what you need, what would help you with this. What you need to focus on. What does Sagittarius need to focus on to overcome all this? You know what I was just hearing? It's an old song, but I think it's a Beatles song. I get by with a little help from my friends. Okay. I get well, they also say I get high with a little help from my friends. You get the point. And I was having a dream last night, and I think this will be like useful for people who are trying to move on from something. There is love in everything. I don't know who was saying it to me. But that's what happens to me. People talk to me in dreams. It's weird. Okay. So what does Sagittarius need to focus on